Welcome to the channel. In this video, we'll explore one of the most fascinating parts of our story, the cultural evolution of early humans. Human evolution wasn't just about changes in bones or brains. It was also about the growth of ideas, creativity, and community. Over time, our ancestors learned to build shelters, make clothing, create art, and even develop spiritual beliefs. These changes transformed simple survival into something much greater, the beginning of human culture. So, join me as we look at how human culture evolved, and how these remarkable developments helped turn early humans into the creative, intelligent beings we've become. 1. Evolution of shelter. As early humans evolved, so did their need for protection from the environment. The earliest hominins, such as Australopithecus and Homo habilis, likely relied on natural shelters like caves, trees, or rock overhangs. These offered basic protection from rain, heat, and predators. However, around 1 to 1.5 million years ago, with species like Homo erectus, there is evidence that humans began to build simple shelters using branches, leaves, and animal hides. Archaeological sites like Terra Amata in France and Olduvai Gorge in Tanzania show traces of early huts made with wooden poles arranged in circles. These can be considered as the beginnings of human architecture. As humans migrated into colder regions, Neanderthals and Homo sapiens built more durable dwellings, using bones, stones, and animal skins. During the Ice Age, some groups used mammoth bones and hides to construct semi-permanent shelters on open plains. Over time, these early structures evolved into organized camps with separate areas for sleeping, working, and tool-making, clear signs of social planning. Shelter not only provided physical safety, but also created social spaces where families and groups gathered, shared food, and developed cooperation. Essential steps towards complex human societies. 2. Evolution of clothing. The development of clothing marked another key milestone in human cultural evolution. Early hominins, living in warm climates, likely had no need for clothing. But as humans, like Homo erectus, and later Homo neanderthalensis, moved into colder environments, they needed protection against freezing temperatures. The earliest clothing was probably made from animal hides and furs, draped around the body for warmth. Since soft materials don't preserve well, direct evidence is rare, but indirect clues tell the story. Studies of DNA from body lice DNA suggest that clothing may have first appeared around 100,000 to 170,000 years ago, likely worn by Homo sapiens. Neanderthals also used hide scraping tools, which were probably used to prepare skins for clothing. Around 40,000 years ago, during the Upper Paleolithic period, modern humans were using bone needles to sew fitted garments. This development not only offered better protection, but also shows growing planning and creativity. Eventually, clothing also became decorative and symbolic, with people using beads, dyes, and patterns to express identity, status, and group belonging. 3. Evolution of art. Art is one of the most remarkable signs of human intelligence and imagination. While early humans, such as Homo erectus and Neanderthals, showed hints of symbolic behavior, like collecting pigments or decorating objects, true artistic expression flourished with Homo sapiens during the Upper Paleolithic period. Around 50,000 years ago, the earliest known artworks include cave paintings, engravings, carvings, and body ornaments. Some of the most famous examples come from the Lascaux and Chauvet caves in France and Altamira in Spain, where detailed images of animals were painted using natural pigments. Portable art, such as the Venus figurines found across Europe, symbolized fertility or motherhood. Beads made from shells and bones were used for personal decoration, showing that humans were now expressing abstract thought, emotion, and identity. Art served many purposes. It may have been used in rituals, communication, education, or simply for creative expression. It also strengthened social bonds, as people gathered to create or admire art together. Ultimately, art reflects the rise of symbolic thinking, one of the most defining traits of modern humanity. 4. Evolution of spirituality. The emergence of spirituality and belief systems was a profound step in human cultural evolution. It shows that humans were not only thinking about survival, but also about meaning, life, and death. The earliest hints of spiritual awareness come from burial practices. Neanderthals are believed to have buried their dead intentionally, sometimes with tools, flowers, or animal bones, suggesting a belief in an afterlife or respect for the deceased. Homo sapiens' spiritual behavior became much more complex. Archaeological sites, dating back 40,000 years or more, show evidence of rituals, symbolic objects, and cave art that may have been linked to belief systems. Early humans created figurines of deities, performed ritual dances, and used painted caves as sacred spaces. Fire too often played a central role in ceremonies, symbolizing warmth, life, and transformation. As societies grew larger, spiritual ideas developed into organized religions, complete with myths, rituals, and moral systems. These beliefs helped early communities stay united, offering comfort, shared identity, and explanations for natural events. In this way, spirituality became a powerful cultural force, shaping cooperation, ethics, and the roots of human civilization. From building shelters, to making clothes, creating art, and seeking spiritual meaning. Each of these cultural developments tells part of the story of humanity's growth. They show how early humans moved beyond mere survival to create communities, express themselves, and search for purpose. Together, they mark the evolution of not just a species, but of culture, creativity, and consciousness itself. Thanks for watching this episode on human cultural evolution. See you soon with another educational video. Until then, happy learning.